What's up, everyone? Sean here from Crypto on Cause Investing. So this isn't a video that's going to be edited or anything like that. This is not a video that's made for the masses. It's strictly to our Jackpot Doge holders, which is the first token that I've ever launched. If you're watching this video, you know we're discussing moving this token over to our Crypto on Cause token. It definitely wasn't a decision I made lightly. We spent, along with my team, about 8 or 9 months developing this token. I'm not going to put a dollar amount on it, but I spent a small fortune developing this token, so it's definitely sentimental to me. And it's again, not something I took lightly, but I think overall, if we make this move, it will be the best decision for not only myself and my team, but for the investors as well. But with that being said, if you guys want to stay course and you vote to keep Jackpot Doge in existence and moving forward, we will definitely do that. If not, we will go ahead over the next 30, 60 days, get our NFT launched, followed by our token launch. So if we stay on course, we are actually investing money into Pulse, which is a vault finance product. If everything goes as planned with Pulse, we will have a matured account in 3 to 6 months, probably closer to that 6-month mark. Once we reach that 6-month mark, we will let those funds build for another 30 days. And when we have a matured account, we will pull that money every month. But it does get split. It gets split with our other token, Vault Buster, and it would get split between Vault Buster and Jackpot Doge. And then if we get to that point, we will take the money from Jackpot Doge and burn down the token, potentially burning it down to where we pretty much own the whole supply and we shut it down, meaning all the investors profit. Now that's easier said than done, and it is assuming that Pulse works out 100% like it should, but you know, it will be a long road. We're talking worst case scenario 7 months. In a perfect world, we're probably talking about 5 months with those extra 30 days. But that was the initial plan. So our new plan is to potentially roll it over to our NFTs of our Crypto on Cause token, which is already generating revenue. This past 30 days, Crypto on Cause as a company made a little bit over $5,000, and we are literally just getting started. We are partnered with Squid Grow Joe. We have deals in place to get videos done from Crypto Zeus, from Gem Crypto. So we have all these deals in place to absolutely blow it out of the water. For those of you that don't know, I have a close relationship with Matt Wallace, who's a big YouTuber, who may or may not be involved with the release of Crypto on Cause token. It's something that I am talking to him about. Don't make him the deciding factor of wanting to switch because you think this is going to skyrocket or this is going to happen. We're in talks. If it becomes official, I will make it known. And if not, I will also make it known that we decided not to partner up for it. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Crypto on Cause. Everyone knows, I think I'm pretty clear on what's going on with Jackpot Doge if we stay on course and what will happen if we do that. Everyone already knows about Jackpot Doge because if you're listening to this, you're already invested in it. Again, I'm kind of just talking. This is not getting edited. This is not made for the masses. This is made strictly for you guys that are invested in Jackpot Doge. So if it's a little slow or unprofessional, like I said, it's just made for you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about the white paper. So this is Crypto on Cause. This is our white paper. So we're going to be Crypto on token. So the idea is to take this, and our mission is to become the biggest and most reliable call channel in the DeFi space. We are doing this by combining YouTube, Twitter, and Telegram into an all-in-one service. We have a multitude of services and connections across all avenues of DeFi. We will be paying out passive income to all of our NFT holders and token holders. I will go over everything, but holding the NFTs is definitely the bigger value. The token, like I said, if certain people are attached to it, can absolutely explode. But the NFT is where the Jackpot Doge money is going to go and where you will get your monthly returns. It's hard to predict. I'm saying $15 to $100 per NFT per 30 days would be my estimate. 15 on the low end, 100 on the high end. If we reach the point of I don't like some of these call channels, but if we do reach a point of like a Caesars or a Venom or someone like that, I mean, that number can go even higher. So the whole point is do what I do. I'm an entrepreneur and it's to build. Most of these call channels, they go at it alone. My thing is to build basically like an empire with a call channel. Have shareholders basically, which the NFT holders will be. Token holders, not so much, because they're going to come and go. NFT holders will be more like shareholders. If there's any major decisions, we will get those, decisions made through the NFT holders, not the token holders. We are going to be offering things like 10% referral fee. So if you're an NFT holder, you're a part of a project or know a project that needs videos, that needs calls, that needs AMAs, you can get them to come to us, and every single penny we make, excuse me, and profit, we will give you 10% of that. So, again, we're building an infrastructure of connections, and we're letting everybody profit from the call channel, not just us. But honestly, from an entrepreneur standpoint, in the long run, I'll be honest, us as a call channel owners will make more money by bringing in shareholders and by doing it this way than going at it alone, which I think a lot of people are greedy and a lot of people are too impatient to see that vision and to let it play out. I'm completely opposite. I see, I always have a vision for what I do and for what I want to build. And that's my vision, is to build this interconnected call channel with all these YouTubers, including myself. My channel, or our channel, I should say, is almost at 2,000 subscribers. So, we're growing our own little following on YouTube. And you combine that with Squid Grow Joe and Crypto Zeus and Jim Crypto, we're building a pretty big network, and we just build everything together. Everyone on the lookout for good projects to bring to us. They make a little bit of money before a potential project even launches. So just everyone benefits. And when we work like that together, everyone can make money, not just the call channel. So let's get into the NFTs. So the crown jewel of the Crypto Calls ecosystem is the NFTs. To our knowledge, we are the first YouTube/call channel that will be paying passive incomes to both our NFT and token holders. To my knowledge, no YouTube channel, no call channel, no influencer has ever decided to monetize their channel and actually pay out profits to their holders. Again, they don't have holders. They literally just look for projects, take the money, call it, and move on to the next. Again, we're building something different, and we want to be, like I said, we want to be better. So the most passive income you can make is through our NFTs, as we will be paying out dividends as followed. So remember, this is going a couple different places, but this is the NFTs. So the call channel is 10% of profits to NFT holders. So out of the Pulse profits, which we will be estimated, because we will be starting out with a full $100,000 contract, we will be estimating we will be making $500 to $2,500 per day. So a 0.5% return to a 2.5% return with a $100,000 investment. Investment fund, I will touch on as we go down, but 25% of profits. So this can be massive. So if we build this correctly, I will follow the trend of my personal portfolio, which I've done pretty well for myself. I've been investing in crypto since 2017. I'm very well aware of how things work. Not saying I'm an expert, not saying I'm the best investor ever, but I know that I can make us money with this. And if we hold on to this until a bull run, this 25% can be a lot of money. So the token tax is going to be 50% to NFT holders. If everything works out, the token tax will be, for full transparency, null and void for the first 2 weeks, because I'm talking to, I'll just tell you, I'm talking to Matt Wallace amongst a couple other people on who we want to partner with to bring this to market. So if we partner with Matt Wallace for, let's say, we have our token with him, Moonpot. So for the first 2 weeks, the token tax will go to buying and burning Moonpot. But here's the plus, is that when we launched Moonpot with Matt Wallace's backing, we did a 212x from launch. So by owning these NFTs, that will also enter you to be able to buy into the token launch first. So you will be able to potentially get in on the ground floor of a Matt Wallace promoted project before it launches. Like I said, when we did Moonpot, it was a 212x. So that's another benefit of the NFTs that I'll get to at the bottom, is that by holding these NFTs, the more you hold, the better of a chance you have to be one of those first investors in that Matt Wallace promoted token if we launch with him. If we don't, there is some other potential people, but again, we will make all this known. And then YouTube monetization, we are super close. We're only hundreds of hours. There's 4,000 watch hours you have to obtain to be monetized. We are a few hundred hours away. So by launch, we will no doubt be monetized. So I will be sending Of course, after taxes, 10% of the YouTube monetization over to NFT holders. So the call channel. This is revenue source number one. Crypto on Calls has officially partnered with YouTuber Squid Grow Joe. Also, we have discounted rates from both Crypto Zeus and Gem Crypto. We will provide a multitude of services, calls, AMAs, YouTube videos, etc. 5% of all revenue generated from the call channel will be used for buying and burning the token. 5% will be used for the investment fund, and 10% of all revenue will go to NFT holders. Excuse me. So again, NFT holders will hold the biggest benefit, but if you also decide to get into our token, you will also hold a massive benefit, as we will be doing a lot of buying and burning. And we definitely are not talk. If you look at JPD, Jackpot Doge, we've already burned 25% of that token. So it's something that I love to do. It's something that we're going to do. And then, as I discussed a little earlier, any community member that brings us a project that we come to terms with and promote will receive 10% of the revenue from that agreement. So again, we'll work, as a community. The more projects that get brought to us, the more money we make, not only for the NFTs, but we have for buying and burning the token, that we have for marketing for the token. Obviously, the NFTs will be sold, so you will never be selling any more NFTs. Another thing, touching on the NFTs, is that, so it'll be $115 per NFT. If you're a Jackpot Doge holder, you will automatically get an NFT based on your bag size. So another thing we plan on doing is, as we're getting that money from Pulse, as I'll touch on, 40% of that money is going to go to operational costs, to marketing costs. So we're going to plan on offering to buy back NFTs at 4 or 5x. We all know that no matter how good we're doing, there's always going to be people that want their quick 4 or 5x and they're out. So we will go ahead and offer that. And if people decide to take us up on it, we'll give them that $500 for that $115 NFT. We will take that NFT and we will burn it. So once it's burnt, that just increases every single NFT's holder's monthly return. So we're going to do our best to use these funds and this money that we're making to buy up NFTs for people that are willing to offload them and go ahead and burn them. All right, so Pulse. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a Vault Finance project, Vault Finance utility. Vault Finance, in my opinion, is one of the best DeFi projects. They have a great CEO. Their CTO, Matt, who I trust wholeheartedly, does all of our contracts. So Pulse is a network of algorithmic trading bots that are fueled by trading pools funded by investors and crypto companies. The trades initiated by the bots provide daily returns, which can be compounded by the investors and companies for up to 60 days. While nothing is guaranteed, the anticipated returns are 0.5% to 2.5%, which I discussed. Checks have been put in place to help offset any low gains. So they are creating rainy day funds, that they are going to put money aside. So let's say they have a 6.5% day return. They will give us 2.5 and they will put 4% in the rainy day fund, so that days that maybe are less than 0.5 or less than 1%, they can actually put that money towards it, so that we stay as close to that 1 or 2.5% return as we possibly can. So Crypto on Calls plans on having a 100,000 investment, which would yield returns as follows: daily 500, 2,500, monthly 15 to 75K. And that's for the Pulse investment alone. So there could potentially be months, depending on how big we get, that we have hundreds of thousands of dollars to split. I've gone over it, but we will go over it again. No, actually, I haven't gone over this point. That was just for the NFTs. So this is the way the funds will be split. 40% will be allocated towards NFTs, 40% towards operating and marketing, as I discussed. 5% will be allocated to the investment fund, which I will get to in detail in a little bit. 5% will be allocated towards buying and burning the token. 5% will be allocated to a community member. Excuse me. So that's another thing I'm going to touch on, is we are going to have a jackpot that one community member every single month will get 5% of those funds. So this right here is 5% burns Moonpot. That will be, if it comes in to play, will be part of the deal with Matt Wallace to partner with Moonpot. So for 6 months, Moonpot will get bought and burned with 5% of the Pulse funds. Again, anyone that follows Matt Wallace's or his picks understand that giving this $2,500 potential dollars up per month is worth the money, because the token can absolutely skyrocket because of it. Revenue source number 3, the investment fund. Crypto on calls will be using 50% of the token tax, 5% from Pulse, and 5% from the call channel to invest. While all of crypto is risky, we will be investing in what I like to call the blue chips of crypto. I've been investing in these coins since 2017 and have years of research on these coins. The main coins that will be targeted are as follows. Of course, your big boys: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Kronos, and Dogecoin. Some of these DeFi projects have launched that did this, and they usually invest in other DeFi projects. To my knowledge, no token that has done this basically has come out on top, because every DeFi project, we know how it goes. It's a pump and a dump. So I don't think that that's safe to take investors' money and put it back in DeFi. So what I plan on doing is again, wallets will be all transparent for everyone to see. It's taking certain portions of all of the profits and all the money that we make every month, buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum, buying Kronos, buying Dogecoin, and that will depend on when I get that money and what it looks like, what the best value is. Is Bitcoin a good value this month? Is Ethereum a good value? Is Kronos a good value? So I will take my data that I have and make the wisest investment decision that I can make for the best value. So we may end up with tons of Bitcoin and less Dogecoin, or tons of Kronos and less Ethereum. So it's all going to depend on what the market looks like. And if we're buying now, again, if we're buying Bitcoin at 30,000, all-time high is what, 65,000? I have no doubt 100,000 Bitcoin when we reach the all-time high and when we reach a new bull market. Same thing with Ethereum. We're buying Ethereum around 1,800 right now. I have no doubt in a bull run, I say Ethereum $10,000. Same thing with Kronos. We're buying Kronos in that 5 to 10 cent range. Its all-time high is 97 cents. I think on the next bull run, I honestly see a world where Kronos will get up to $2, $3 per token. Same thing with Dogecoin, trading at 8 cents, all-time high 74 cents. I definitely see a world where Dogecoin is at minimum $1. So if we take all this knowledge and funds and we invest it, and when that bull market hits, we'll take profit at certain dollar amounts, so that, we never get caught holding the bag. We'll sell 25% at X. And when we invest, we can create a spreadsheet to show you, let's say we have 1 million Kronos. We can sell 25% at 30 cents. We can sell another 25% at 50 cents. Set those sell marks, and then maybe sell 25% at 60 cents, and then leave that other 25% to where we kind of think maybe the top of the market is. So this is actually something that will take time, probably till the next bull run. We're just going to accumulate, kind of like I'm doing with my personal portfolio. And when the time comes and that market explodes and our crypto market cap goes from 1 trillion to 4, 5, 6, 7 trillion, no telling how high it can get, that's when we will start taking our profits and start paying out massive money to our NFT holders. Let's see what else we got. Revenue source number 3, which is, of course, the investment fund, which I kind of already went over all that. I talked about the price points, when we do invest, we will take the original price along with 25% to reinvest. Depending on the market, it may not turn around and get completely invested again. Again, I'm very calm. I'm unemotional when I make my investments. So if we sell Bitcoin at 70,000 or 100,000, it may not be smart to literally turn right back around and buy. We're going to have to wait for a dip. If we think a big drop is coming, we can wait for that. Maybe we can do some swing trading. If we see a pattern of Bitcoin going from 70 to 50 to 60 to 50 to 70, we can kind of adjust it and maybe do some swing trading to make some quicker money rather than just holding it. 25% of profits will go towards operating costs. 25% will go towards NFT holders. So when it says operating costs, for full transparency, that is going to be some money that goes towards paying the core team. Everything we're doing, especially with this investment fund, with the YouTube channel, it's basically a full-time job. I've basically are getting out of flipping houses and I'm getting more into rental. So I will have a lot more time on my hand. So I will be doing this basically full-time. But yes, I spend hours upon hours researching investing, making all of our YouTube channels, just basically running everything. So we do have to pay ourselves some kind of salary, so that operating cost, some of that will go towards it. Now, with that being said, we will not own any NFTs. So we will make our money through the operating costs And if our token gets to the point where, you know, we're 500x, 1000x, and we're absolutely crushing it, we can start taking certain percentages of the tokens that we hold, which, by the way, we will be buying our tokens. We are not gifting ourselves tokens. So our money will come from the operating budget, just so we're completely transparent. So Krypton Calls is a completely legitimate company that I incorporated out of where I'm from, out of New Orleans. I am actually from Covington, so when you see the articles of declaration, it will say Covington. I just use the word New Orleans because everyone, which I'm about 45 minutes away from, everyone knows New Orleans, so that's kind of why I just say New Orleans instead of Covington. The token tax is 2%. The sell tax is 2%. So again, the first 2 weeks, keep in mind, this is going to be null and void if we come to a deal with Moonpot and Matt Wallace, because we will be giving those 2% to Moonpot, which again, if you're involved with our token launch, you will reap those benefits from Matt Wallace pushing it. Also, if you want to go on over to Moonpot and you want to invest in that token, you know that a huge buy and burn will be coming. But once we surpass those 2 weeks, we will have 50% towards NFT holders and 50% to the investment fund. So again, 50% to the NFT holders, which is your money right away. 50% is going to the investment fund, which will be used to invest, which will obviously put your money into your pockets over the long term. YouTube monetization. So I'm actually giving up 10% of the YouTube monetization. 10% will go towards buying and burning the token, and 10% will go towards the NFT holders. The jackpot. So let's get into that. This is a fun one. So once Pulse funds are matured and we are pulling profits, we'll be paying out 5% of the funds to a random holder every 30 days. The contest will run from the first of every month to the last day of every month. In order to be eligible, you must make a minimum $100 purchase of Krypton Calls token without selling. So you have to get involved with the token to be eligible for this. So you buy $100 worth of tokens. So we'll set it. So the way it'll work is at the beginning of every month, I'm just making numbers up. Let's say $100 is 0.3 BNB. That will be the threshold. So you will know that all month. So when you go, you know, in order to be a part of this contest, you have to buy at least 0.3 BNB. And then once we pull Pulse funds on the last day of every month, a winner will be randomly selected. So we're basically not going to incorporate this in the contract. And there's a multitude of reasons. We want to be able to be promoted by people like Travelod and stuff like that. We can't do that if we have a jackpot function because he's out of Dubai. So they can't do anything that has any kind of jackpots. So we're going to do that through the Telegram with the Telegram buy bot that's going to run for 30 days. If you meet the requirements, it will generate a random wallet. We do require you not to sell during that month. So once that random wallet is generated, we'll go ahead and look at BSC scan. As long as you didn't sell, you win. Even if you're the random wallet chosen, but you sold, you will be disqualified and we'll move on to the next random wallet. So you're pretty much looking at a minimum 750 to 3750. And again, we kind of added this as a nod to Jackpot Doge. Anyone that follows us knows that we love our jackpots. We're constantly paying out jackpots. I love paying out jackpots. It's so much fun. People get so excited because, I mean, imagine just waking up and you have 3,000, 37, 2,500, whatever it may be, just sitting in your wallet, all because you're holding Krypton token. Excuse me. So the supply is going to be 100 million. No team tokens. This is the token, obviously. No team tokens, no influencer tokens, no gifted tokens. The last token we launched with this format was Moonpot, which is what I've been talking about a lot during this video. We did a 210x, and we currently sit like at a 70 to 100x. So even after launch with this format of no influencer tokens, no team tokens, no gifted tokens, even Matt himself will not take any tokens. If he wants to get involved, he will buy his tokens at launch just like us. All right. Again, this is not a professional video. I know I'm doing coughing and stuff, but again, I'm not trying to make this professional. If we decide to move on to this and we do launch, I will make a completely professional video going over everything about it. My wife's a Harry Potter nerd, not me, so that's why I'm drinking out of this mug. But if you are a Harry Potter nerd, no offense. All right, so let's go on over to the pre-sale. All right, so this is the way it's going to work in the complete benefits of owning the NFTs. All right, so you got your pre-sale and your launch. So the NFTs, there's going to be 1,000 NFTs that we're going to be selling for 115. I'm still talking to different places, trying to decide the best platform to do this launch on. You know, platform with the most exposure mixed with the platform that's going to give us the best deal. Because obviously we're going to be making 115K. 100,000 is going to be going straight to the Pulse Fund, which is what we need to truly get this thing up and operational. The other 15,000 will go to the LPs for the token. And another thing, this is getting really big. People are doing NFT fundraisers because here's the thing about DeFi. You got the chart. You start right here. You go up, you go down. I've said this more times than I can count on my channel. You go over to coinmarketcap.com. Click on DeFi, pick any DeFi project you want. Literally scroll, stop, pick. That's what the chart's going to look like. Up, down, and then just kind of, up, down, then usually just starts trending down. So kind of what stops that is NFT fundraising, so that all that money that we're raising is not going to the LP, so that we don't have all these pre-sale tokens to dump. So that's kind of the benefit of raising our $1,000, because we were initially just going to do a token with a whole bunch of pre-sale, but we'd be doing a pre-sale with $100,000+, which means the token would suffer like crazy. So that's the thought on why we're doing NFTs. And then NFT holders are, yes, you could sell your NFTs, but it's a good placeholder to do any kind of voting in anything. If you're an NFT holder, again, token holders come and go. I don't like having to ask for people's wallets to be able to prove that they're a token holder. I don't make it a habit to look at people's wallets. This is DeFi. You do what you want to do. So that's why I kind of like the idea of NFTs. So as we discussed, each NFT will split the profits each month from the revenue as follows. So we've gone over this quite a few times. This will be going all to the NFTs. So the token, let's get into the token. Again, especially if we get Matt Wallace on board, which I think we will. This is going to be huge for Moonpot and give a good return. No team tokens, as we discussed, no gifted token, no influencer tokens. We are not giving tokens to anyone. We may leave a certain amount of tokens to the side locked for centralized exchanges. If we get to that point, we will turn off the taxes because we don't necessarily need a tax. Now, would that 2% help going towards the investment fund NFTs? Yes, it would, but we don't necessarily need that. So we could do a NFT, we could do a community vote with the NFT holders to turn off that tax and potentially, go for a Binance listing, to go for KuCoin, whoever, because again, this is my next business venture that I plan on building. And I'm not going to stop until we are one of the premier names in DeFi, to where our YouTube channel is one of the premier YouTube channels in DeFi. Everyone wants to be on it. Everyone wants to be promoted on it. That's my goal. And having all this revenue, we don't necessarily need a token tax. So there will come a day, hopefully in the near future, that we strip those token taxes. We make it a 0% token, super tradable, and we go after those Binance listings, after those KuCoins. And let's make no mistake, a lot of these listings require funds and they require payment. So through our call channel, our operating costs that we're keeping, through Pulse, all this stuff, we will have the funds and the money to create the LPs, to get on a Binance, to get on a KuCoin, to get on Bitmart, any of these places. All right. Need some more coffee before we move on. Sorry that it's taken so long. I just wanted to kind of go through it in complete detail so that everyone notices or knows exactly what's going on. And you can come ask me any questions, Telegram, DM me, whatever it is. After we give everyone a chance to watch this video, we can do a voice chat. If there's people that are saying they have questions, we can do a voice chat and go over any questions necessary. So obviously the passive income is the top thing about the NFTs. You want the NFTs because we are going to be paying you, and we are going to be burning those NFTs to put even more money. My goal is to try to burn at least 200 of those NFTs so that we only have 80% of the NFTs left. Depending on how we're doing, I may not have anyone willing to sell us NFTs. And, at a certain certain point, it's just not economical for us to do that. You know, if we're trying to buy the NFTs and someone won't let it go for any less than like $3,000, and it just doesn't make an economic and business decision wise to make that decision to do that. So we're going to try to buy back these NFTs early on so that, you know, we'll offer 4 or 5x profits. And if you want to take it, awesome, we will take you up on that. We will burn that NFT. And if you don't, that's awesome too. If we can't burn down our NFTs, it is what it is. It means that we're super successful and no one wants to get rid of them. So it isn't necessarily a bad thing. All right. So this is getting into the token launch, which if everything lines up like we're saying, you know, this token launch can be huge. We're talking hundreds of X's. If you own 8+ NFTs, which there's like 2 people currently that are going to hold enough Jackpot Doge to receive this without buying any more. So if you own 8+ NFTs, you will be airdrop your tokens for however much you want to purchase. So again, everyone at the token launch has to buy because we're not funding, we're not having pre-sale to fund the LP. We are taking money from the NFT race to go into the LP. So there's nobody that can hurt it. No team tokens, no gifted tokens, no influencer tokens. So for example, if launch price is 0.01 and you want to buy 1K worth of tokens, you would receive 100,000 tokens. So basically you would send us $1,000. We will airdrop you 100,000 tokens, and that $1,000 will be put into the LP with the funds raised from the NFTs. So that is not wasted money. Again, every single token sold, money for that goes into this LP, which is part of the reason why Moonpod, for example, is staying at such a high X, is because there isn't free tokens that people are just dumping. Again, all money received or airdrop tokens will be added to LP. Then we have 5 to 7 NFTs. If you own 5 to 7, you will be in a group. So we will start a particular chat. So we did this with Moonpot launch where we had different chats. So this is going to be a fair launch. We will make known the day we are launching, but we will not make known the time. So if you own 8+ NFTs, you will get your token airdrop to you. You're good. You don't have to pay attention to anything. You are just set and ready to go. If you own 5 to 7 NFTs, you will be in a group and the first to be notified of the contract address and when it launches. So when it launches, this group will be the first group that we will send out the address to. Again, we will be creating a Telegram for the 5 to 7 NFT holders. And if you are in this group right at launch, we will drop you the address and you will be able to buy. If you own 3 to 4 NFTs, you will be in a group, separate group, that is notified 2 minutes later. So we will drop the address in the 5 to 7 NFTs. And then 2 minutes later, we will drop the address in the 3 to 4 NFTs. And if you just own 1 to 2 NFTs, you'll obviously be notified last. But you will be notified before we even think about marketing. Of course, again, we have Matt Wallace. Potentially, don't quote me on him. Again, we're close. I've been working with him for months now. This is a huge benefit for Moonpot. So I'm pretty sure that he is going to back us. Some of the guaranteed people is obviously our guy, Squid Grow Joe. He's our partner in the call channel. He's our partner in everything we do. He's absolutely amazing. He will be pushing it. Like I said, we have deals that we can very cheaply get videos from Crypto Zeus to get it moving. We have our connections through our call channels. And again, all these connections we build, we get discounted rates. So it's easier for us to market our own token because obviously we're not profiting from it. We're just paying that discounted rate. So everyone that owns an NFT will be notified before Matt pushes it, potentially, before Joe pushes it, before Zeus pushes it, before Jim pushes it, before myself pushes it on our own channel. So again, we will just give you, let's say we're launching June 22nd. You will be notified, everyone that owns NFTs, that June 22nd is the time and is the date. I'm sorry, time. I understand people have to work, but again, the way we have it set up is if you want to be in there, you have to have the 8+ NFTs and you don't have to worry about anything. 5 to 7 NFTs, again, we will probably let the 5 to 7 NFTs Telegram know a time in advance because again, the 8 NFTs, they don't have to purchase. They're already going to be airdropped. The 5 to 7 NFTs will know a time. But if you're in the 3 to 4 NFTs or in the 1 to 2 NFTs, you are going to have to be paying attention to the Telegram all day that day to see exactly when. I'm in Central Time, so you can kind of have an idea of what the time frames would look like, kind of the windows. And probably give you a window. So, I mean, I don't expect you to just stay up for 24 hours. So we probably will give a 4 or 5 hour window that we are launching in, but you definitely have to be paying attention for the exact time and for the exact contract address. So again, thanks for hanging out with me while I drink my coffee. It's an extremely long video. It sucks that I'm probably making everyone watch this video because it's so long, but I felt like I needed to thoroughly explain everything. You know, we've always made it a thing that we're completely transparent. You know, we've never stolen money. We've never taken LP money. We've never done anything. We always put our investors first. So I want to keep with that theme and make sure that you know exactly what's going on. I don't want anyone to be misled. Again, the NFTs are fundraisers. You will get your passive income and you will get a great entry point to the token, but the tokens have to be bought, which is the best thing for the company and for the longevity of the token, and honestly for you and as an investor. With the way that we have it set up, again, if you're an NFT holder, you will be part of a very early investment with some of literally the top YouTubers. Matt, Joe, and Zeus are 3 of your top crypto influencers. Again, I know they're not the top influencers per se, but they are some of the top ones. So again, we're going to have major backers, major call channels, everything gone. So you will be able to use those NFTs to get into this. And it is technically going to be a low market cap launch. You know, LP, depending on how many people own 8+ NFTs, we will be putting 3,000 to 6,000 LP in there combined with those tokens. So the LP will start anywhere from 3,000 to probably 15,000, 20,000. So we will be a low cap gem that can absolutely explode. But I think I've covered everything. Again, sorry for the long video. And we will probably give everyone 24 hours to watch this video. I can go ahead and put up the vote poll, I guess, maybe do 48 hours. After that 48 hours, if you guys decide to proceed with this, I can put up another, I guess, poll to ask if we want to do a Q&A to where everyone can come in, ask their questions, and then again, we can be completely transparent. And then at that point, if we decide to move on, I posted it in the chat, but we are going to pump $300 into Jackpot Doge's Jackpot, kind of do like one final, you know, farewell to my token Jackpot Doge. Someone can hopefully win a huge jackpot. And then at that point, we will go ahead, shut it down, take our screenshot, pull the money, and get it ready to move on to what I think is going to be much bigger and better things. And, you know, a revenue producing token, not just a token, you know, I call it a buy me bro token, not just a token that's a buy me bro token. That's a Ponzi scheme. That is just like, you know, in order to go up, more people have to buy. Don't like that. I don't like sitting around all day trying to bring people in to buy the token so that my value goes up. We're bringing our own value to this, and we are absolutely going to crush it. And we are no doubt going to be one of the biggest names in DeFi. And I'm not going to stop until we reach that point. And even when we reach that point, I'm not going to stop. You know, I want to do things in DeFi differently. There's stuff that I'm talking about. I know I'm rambling, but hey, we're here, so why not? There's stuff that I'm talking about I'm talking to Matt about with Matt Wallace that will technically be partnered with Crypto on Calls and partnered with Moonpot. But if it's something that comes to fruition, I'm kind of waiting for Matt to answer. But if it is something that does happen, it can be a complete game changer for the way tokens are launched, and the security of being able to get into an early token and not having the worry of a rug pull, the marketing money getting stolen, or anything like that. So I'll give more details if that comes to fruition, which I'm pretty confident it will. And yeah, just kind of changing the landscape of DeFi, because we have to do something. We can't just continue this launch and get your money stolen theme that almost everyone does. So again, that's it. We'll get all this set up. Hopefully you can watch this video, make you an educated decision now on what you want to do. We will go ahead, if you guys need it, have that voice chat. Then we will send Jackpot Doge off with a bang with our jackpot. You want to participate in it, it'll be super fun. You know, we'll get on voice chat for a few hours, see if it pays out. And yeah, that's it. We will talk soon in Telegram, but everyone trade safe.